plane.
This is Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action.
This is Mark Wade, writer of Superman Birthright.
And you're listening to The Krypton Report.
And you're listening to Krypton Report.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's the Krypton Report!
The All Things Kryptonian podcast, including Superman and Supergirl.
We discuss games, movies, cartoons, TV shows, and comics.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Welcome back to the Krypton Report. This is now Fandom Day 1, Part 2. We decided to split the episode into two, about 1 hour episodes so you could kind of listen and digest it and not get overloaded. So here's the rest of our fandom discussion. Yeah, and we're getting there.
Must I say that the aspect ratio of this, every scene looks like a friggin' comic panel.
Yes. And people are probably wondering, what are they talking about? What are they alluding to? We're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay?
What's that?
Get out of here. Go. Leave.
We already had a Justice League movie, and it was perfect. That Josh Whedon guy, it was perfect.
So,
what are you talking about?
Brian's wife had, the best quote. And, Brian, do you want to go ahead and share with the class your wife's quote?
The class. Yeah. So we're watching the trailer. That was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Even more beautiful than my wife. And she just says, "What's this? Is this a new movie coming out? I've never seen anything. I've never seen this with you." And I said, "Well, yeah, we never seen it. That's right. This is Zack Snyder's Justice League." She's like, that's a whole different movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the point, Jen.
And that's the thing that, I hate that people are like, oh, I don't get it, just a few scenes. No. The whole movie was deleted. I mean, everything in, this trailer.
The entire narrative was rewritten for the film. Or at least stripped down to its barest essential.
There is nothing in this trailer that I'm watching. I'm watching the trailer right now. I think there's one shot, two shots, hold on, I'm counting, that appear in the other version, altered.
So I'm looking at this, I'm watching it myself, and I'm looking at this. So this trailer came out about 11 p.m., so it was around, 6 p.m.? So 29 hours ago, this trailer was released. And it's got over 5.5. It's 5,588,000 views.
Oh, that's a lot.
5,500,000, and I might as well say 89,000 because it's 967 views. I'll watch the other 23 views, 33 views here in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll keep watching this. So 4 shots that are somehow in the other version in some form altered. But other than that, everything in this is new. So it is a complete film. So
I mean, we're gonna see some of the stuff. It's gonna be interesting seeing this, being able to see the stuff that Zack actually filmed. People will be actually be able to see finally some of the scenes that we see.
Yes, and
between the stuff that's not gonna be there, and the close-ups and the difference in the story and the dialogue, people will see the scenes that we see, what they used of Snyder's footage to construct the film, but then how they used all of the close-ups and closed sets to redo some of the story and the dialogue. That completely changes what the movie was to what it is, to what it became in the theater.
So we're gonna I want real quick, guys. Are you able to pull the trailer up right now while we're on the phone, while we're talking?
Oh, I already watched it 3 times.
Okay, we're gonna watch it together and kind of talk through it.
Yeah, I guess so.
So while you guys do that,
I guess I'll watch it. Yeah, I guess so.
the big points of this, okay, is Snyder says it's gonna be in 4 parts. Each part is 1 hour, so it's gonna be a 4-hour movie. Suck it, Peter Jackson.
What?
And then they're gonna release it in a way he didn't state what they're working on it for distribution as a one release. And I'm hoping it's something like one of those like Warner archive things where you can buy the physical copy through them. You know, you have to order it through them. It won't be able to, like, you can find it in stores or whatever. You have to order it through Warner Archives.
Oh no, they're gonna put this out in stores.
I wonder.
Yes. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. They're gonna put it out in stores, man.
And
We just watched Justice League.
the Snyder cut. What do you think?
I think it's really cool. I think they cut out some little parts.
Yeah,
Of it.
that's the trailer for when we'll get it next year.
I like when they're all them.
They're all together at the end, standing there. What do you think about Superman in his black costume?
I think that would look awesome.
You think it looked awesome?
Yeah.
What about you, Sayla? Yeah?
Mom, Superman has a black costume and the neck. Justice League.
What do you think about the new look for Steppenwolf?
Cool. It was really cool.
Yeah? What do you think about Darkseid?
I think he's really cool.
Yeah?
And Zod.
Yeah, Desaad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a young Darkseid. I wonder if we're going to see an older Darkseid. Yeah? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah. Me too, buddy. Daddy cried first time he saw that. It was beautiful.
Why?
Because it was beautiful.
Why beautiful?
Because it is. So let's we're gonna get this going. It's a 2-minute and like 40-some second trailer
43-second trailer.
of pure imagination, of pure beauty.
All right. Well, since we're gonna watch this, I'm gonna turn the volume up a tad
Keep it.
so I can hear it in my headphones.
Can we just talk like the Leonard Cohen use of? We know that Snyder's a fan of Leonard Cohen. You know, the Justice League theatrical cut uses a cover of Leonard Cohen's "Everybody Knows," and then of course "Hallelujah" was used in Watchmen.
The Archie scene.
And so, but like Jania said, it was interesting because it's like, you know, it's like the answer to a prayer, to a miracle is hallelujah. And that's what kind of getting the Snyder cut is. You know, it's been our prayer. So we're all in one giant voice, like hallelujah.
This is amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, and I'm like, yes, that is it. And like, you know, because I showed it to Solomon, you know, like, hey, like we watched the trailer and it was like cool, like, it's, you know, he saw like, to him it seemed like just, you know, the new Justice League movie. You know, because like I said, everything in here is new, but like 4 shots. And yeah.
All right. Are we ready to watch this?
Yes.
Yeah. I see the HBO Max logo. I am ready.
Max Original. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. It says Max Original.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? And go. So, first shot is
Darkseid.
a young Darkseid, and if you look at his chest, the symbol is like scarred into him.
Light? You see that? You see that Green Lantern light?
We got the Justice League.
You see that?
There's Aquaman's trident. There's Joker's card at the Crushed Hall of Justice. here's Gal, where they shot the arrow, it looks like.
Yeah.
We saw this
There's
before.
Supergirl.
That's Superman. They've confirmed that.
That's Supergirl. Supergirl. Legs are too skinny. Boots are
It's
too
not
high.
Supergirl.
That's
There's,
Supergirl.
you know, Aquaman.
Man, that scene of the water and him out there, I mean, that just looks like a freaking comic panel.
Black suit.
Victor's mom. Look, Wonder Woman talking to the kids after saving them. Now, we had seen this shot before.
After saving them.
Of
the
him,
perspective. I love that perspective of seeing the glass like go out from you.
I had that. There's Victor. Like a lot of these are shots we had seen Snyder release, like still photos. I love seeing Lois and Ma. Victor punches. This is cool. His mom's trident, his armor, and then him walking away from Amber Heard.
Yeah.
That shot of Euxis right there is Steppenwolf in the other. Desaad. Cyborg being janky, trying to move.
I think that scene where Superman is up in the air, he sees Lois all the way down on the street.
Dude, right here. They already showed us Silas dying in this teaser. All right,
yeah.
Here's the other shot.
That's an image he released.
Steppenwolf
That's
dropping
sweet.
down. The new Steppenwolf, the correct Steppenwolf.
Yep.
Batman being the BA, blocking
The Speed Force.
blocking the lasers with his gauntlet.
Yeah, that's dope. The Speed Force, I can't wait to see that. King Atlanta, friggin' during the history lesson.
Them all standing there with Superman in the black costume as the Flying Fox shows up. The Snyder Cut, Justice League.
Hashtag.
And then, like right here, like Flash talking sounds very confident. And then, you know, Bruce Wayne talking.
Not us united.
But okay, so looking at that scene right there looks like it's taken from different shots. And I say that because if you look at where Bruce is, he's got the waterfall behind him, which is the cave. But then the way that like Arthur looks like he's in a hangar, Wonder Woman, because you have the original shot is the Flash talking with his mask off, Arthur in his suit, Wonder Woman in her armor, and then it cuts to Bruce. It shows Cyborg like in the sweats, and then we see Bruce. So it looks like it's two different scenes that have been edited for this trailer. Just kind of unique if you look at it. 3 of them are in the hangar.
Yeah. Some of that is different. Yeah, some of that is different scenes.
And that's cool because it makes it makes like a unique like scene for yourself. Like so. But man,
like there's going to be multiple times when they're actually just standing around and talking, all of them interacting and the world, you know, like developing the story and developing personal connections as opposed to the BS we got before.
I mean, there is so much stuff like to just go through here and look at.
The movie's literally going to be twice as long, 2 hours worth of footage, and all of it the original dialogue.
I mean, just
not this reshot and edited and cut down to make it a movie half as long.
And what's crazy is like we talked about before, him coming out in the black costume, like they digitally recolored that, you know.
Yeah, because on set he was in the red and the blue. We've seen plenty of images of Snyder shots on set of him in the red and the blue, but it's really cool the way Zack talked about how they left hints in the suit to be able to digitally change that because he wanted it to be the black suit.
So I'm just curious, like the black suit makes sense in the fact that like it would make sense to go to the fortress and that'd be like the suit that's still there. You know, like he took one suit out, which was the blue one, and that's what he was wearing, and then he needs a new suit. So he goes and a black one's that's there.
Right.
I like the image of Superman like flying and punching Steppenwolf.
Yeah. I mean, what Superman did in the theatrical cut was fairly cool. In the couple of scenes he did stuff in, but I mean, granted, the speed time in the theatrical, still probably the best shot in the whole film. Like, just seeing Superman, stun the Flash at how fast he can move and react.
Yes. I love the scene of Clark in the cornfield with Lois and his mom.
Oh, I can't wait to see the whole interaction, the real interaction, like changing it to it's itchy and like a matte painting behind him as opposed to a freaking cornfield in the sky.
So I like that this is young Euxis, like we see at the beginning. And
cool, they didn't show full-fledged Darkseid.
Right. I mean, there's
but
so
they did
much.
open with Euxis.
There's so much that they didn't show. And yeah, I'm very intrigued. Like, this is gonna be awesome. But yeah, this scene of Aquaman come walking out of that bar and how bad the rain is, and him walking like we have like the one shot from the original Snyder trailer, but this, I mean, looks even more intense of him just walking and just standing there like, I'm gonna dive into this thing.
Yeah, the ocean looks amazing crashing into that freaking that big stone dot coming out like that.
So, and that is our Justice League. I could watch it over and over. I might put together an official like Snyder trailer of all the Snyder footage stuff I have and just watch it and highlight. I'm pretty much going to watch it once a day.
I'm going to keep driving this number up for a while.
James got it on the computer, his tablet, his phone. He's just like, play.
Yeah.
So the next thing in fandom was Dwayne Johnson comes out and does a little Black Adam kind of talking about the film. And that was cool because the digital world they put him in looked like it was from Kondak. It was awesome to see him like so excited and talk about the character and his love.
he really likes he really loves that character. I mean, that's kind of how his basically his first character, the Scorpion King. It's kind of like how it drew him out, being like this anti-hero. Yeah,
and we should have gotten a film that really like explored the Scorpion King's fall, but whatever.
Yes. Because we got him as a villain, and then we got him as a hero, and then we don't have the fall in the middle.
He talked about that the powers are going to change when Black Adam arrives, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe. And you believe it when The Rock says it. You're like, yep. I understand, Dwayne. I am.
We have to smell what Black Adam's cooking.
I really hope that they really like use more of like the term Teth Adam than Black Adam or something, like that the black part comes in like a nickname because of his being the
I wonder
suit.
Right. Well, I wonder if that's not going to come out or the black part, like if that's not going to come into play, like when he returns, like when you see the time before when he becomes Black Teth Adam and he does the things he does and kills the people in power and frees slaves and all this other stuff. Like, at that time, I bet they'll probably call him. He'll probably go by the name of Teth Adam or something.
Yeah.
And then when he comes out, when he he frees himself from prison for 5,000 years. You know, the to the world, he'll be more like, he'll be Black Adam, the translated version or whatever.
What I'm interested in is the fact that originally I thought this film was going to focus more on like Kahndaq and him in the past. You know, they talked about bringing in Hawkman, which makes sense if they go like the Egyptian route for Thanagarians. But now we know they're going to have Atom Smasher and it looks like Dr. Frickin' Fate as the JSA.
Dr. Frickin' Fate.
Well, the helmet of Naboo comes from ancient history. So,
but they call themselves the JSA. That you know.
Well, he's gonna wake up in 5,000 years, or get freed after 5,000 years, and the JSA is gonna be there. But the helmet of Naboo and possibly the history of Hawkman, or you know, one of his early selves, or before he becomes reincarnated, will come from those ancient times.
So, what do you call
like it? I have a feeling that's gonna reach, you know, that part of his story is gonna connect.
And I'm excited for like what do you call it? Like a past, you know, part. So bring it on. That's what I say.
An origin story?
The Atom Smasher part is kind of interesting to me to do that. But that's cool. I mean, that's a different character.
Oh yeah, they said they'd have what, Cyclone and Atom Smasher as like the rookies in the JSA. And they'd have, you know, they said, I know there was Hawkman and Dr. Fate. Wasn't there somebody else, or was that it?
I think that was it. So, yeah, that movie is exciting. I mean, like, they haven't got to shoot anything. They're hoping to shoot soon. But at least having that kind of presence there gives me faith that they're actually moving forward with it, you know? That we're actually getting, what do you call it? Something substantial. Like, it's not just kind of like, oh, yeah, this is what we want to do.
I love that he describes it as a passion project. You know, that he's been wanting to do this, that they've been working on this for years.
I mean, didn't they announce him as Black Adam like 5 years ago? Wasn't it? Didn't they announce him as Black Adam like at the same time that they gave us that huge slate breakdown of every DC movie that we were supposed to get?
Yeah, I think he came out at Comic-Con or something.
Dude, it might even be more than 5.
No, because it was 2015, right? Or was it 14? Hold on. You might be right. It might have been 6 because I think it was 2014, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Because it was right after the Flash
it was
premiered.
like right after Man of Steel.
It was the fall of 14 because it was the day after the Flash premiered on the CW. Because they came out and they announced their huge slate, and it was kind of a lot of people said, "Wow, it's kind of a big like screw you to the Flash TV series," because the day after that show comes out, you know, they announce, you know, who the Flash is for the movies and all this, and it was kind of like an undercut. So, man, he's been working on this, like we said, for a while.
Well, you know, I mean, if you get people who are passionate about the project and take it seriously for a long time, then, I mean, you usually get something pretty good.
So, and, you know, I just feel like The Rock doesn't make crap, you know? So I'm excited about what we're going to get.
Definitely.
All right. So Black Adam. So then this is one of those panels that kind of popped out that I didn't have on my radar because it wasn't on my schedule because I thought it got shifted, but there was like a Titans panel that popped in. And
yeah, I was excited to see that.
So I missed part of the one they talked about the formation of the all black comic book company, and I'm drawing a blank on what it was called.
Milestone.
Milestone, thank you. And I knew it had stone in it, but I'm getting tired. And I watched the diversity panel as I was getting the kids ready to leave. So that's where I got introduced to, and I can't not pronounce her name correctly right now. The new Batwoman.
Yeah, with Ticia, I think.
I already like her better than Kate Kane, or than Ruby Rose as Kate Kane. I don't even care what she does acting wise. She just seems like a fun person. Like there's a lot of cool energy coming off her. So those panels I missed out on because I was moving around, doing some things around the house before the Justice League one because they were a little bit earlier. And I wanted to bring that up. And I wanted to mention the Titans panel. So we're on the Titans panel. I just wanted my brain kind of shifting on me. The Titans panel was like a people voted on their favorite scenes from Titans. And that was cool, but I didn't get a chance to write them all down because this is when I was going to the store. But what I did get is that season 3 of Titans is going to be they're going to Gotham. They're going to take on the Scarecrow, which is awesome. Solomon's going to love that. They're going to go and see Commissioner Barbara Gordon. And Jason is going to become the Red Hood.
That's really sweet.
So
it's definitely a different universe where he doesn't get murdered by the Joker and resurrected and come back years later.
And I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like, because they said an African proverb talking about that if the child does not feel the warmth of the warm and love of the villagers, I'm paraphrasing
He's
here.
The one to burn it down.
Just to feel the warmth.
Yeah.
And that's where Jason is after being rejected and everything. So I'm like, awesome. Like,
yeah, Red Hood's going to be a villain of the season. That's it's going to be sweet.
So that's 2 Red Hood things that come in that Solomon will be happy for next year. I don't know how I feel as a parent that my child loves Red Hood as much, but I do the best I can.
They've just done a lot of cool things with him over the last handful of years.
Yes, they have.
Like Red Hood, Jason is by far more popular as Red Hood than he is as Robin or anything else.
As he should be. And that's really where his identity, and like Bryan has done a lot of reading right now. Him and I were talking about the original introduction, post-crisis and pre-crisis of Jason, and how just it was bland. It was nothing other than just copy and paste of Dick Grayson.
Right.
And Red Hood is when he finally got his own identity.
When Jason's introduced originally in the comics, he has red hair. His parents were from the circus. They're friends with Dick Grayson, and essentially, Dick gets him killed. And Dick's more responsible for Jason to become Robin pre-crisis. And it was just cookie cutter, and the way he was written, it didn't even look like he was really annoyed that his parents were killed. It was just like, oh man, wow, man, that's horrible. But I'll just dye my hair black and I'll be Robin now. It was weird, and I didn't get to watch the Titan panel because something happened with my feed, and I kind of jumped a few hours ahead.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute. 'Cause that was the craziest phone call, video chat that you gave me.
if I'm still awake. Early day tomorrow.
Well, we'll just wrap up the Titans part. We'll move on because basically the Shazam panel was quick. We learned that Shazam's called Fury of the Gods.
Yeah, Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
That's what Shazam 2 is going to be called. So the next
I like how they did the reveal, though, of Faith drawing the picture and then holding it up, and they're like, "Oh, is that the name?" Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was
They
awesome.
and Sinbad was funny. I wonder if he's going to be Talkie Tawny.
That would be awesome.
Great.
That would make a lot of sense.
It really would.
So I missed the Aquaman panel because I dropped signal. It was
All it was James Wan and Patrick Wilson talking.
And that's what I thought.
That's all it was, and it was really just like their history together, and then talking about how James Wan thought he would be it, and then he was it from the beginning, and then just some of the literally how it was filming, like he was talking about the training and how nothing prepares you really for getting into a harness and, hanging out there like you're not hanging out there, like you're not trying to hold yourself up. He's like, there's just nothing like it. And that was like the majority of it.
So we kind of hit on this quickly, and we'll kind of move through because I do want to get Bryan before he has to go. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
I just watched the video game.
For Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. And what'd you think, Solomon?
I think it's really cool. King Shark looked really weird. And Harvey was really weird because Harvey got big. Her hair is pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you like King Shark, don't you, Solomon?
I do. I like Harvey better.
And that one's going to be for PS5.
So we can play it on the PS4 too.
And you know what's crazy?
What?
When that game comes out, you'll be 7.
They did say it was in the Arkham universe, so that was kind of interesting. We do get our first now new continuity, I guess, the new way of Deadshot being African American. So that was kind of cool. That's his new, I guess, where they're going to keep him. That's fine, whatever.
Could be a multiverse thing.
We see Big Belly Burger, and we see Harley. We see King Shark. My man King Shark is back, and it was a fun trailer. The graphics were amazing. I look forward to this one. This will be another game I will get because Solomon will want to play as King Shark, and this is definitely more of a tease than what we got with Gotham Knights.
Yeah, they showed a gameplay walkthrough for Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is definitely coming out sooner.
Better be like January of 2021. But all right, so here's the last big one. Bryan, tell the listeners at home your big story about how you traveled to the future. Take it away, Bryan.
So I called Doc Brown, and he said, "The Batman trailer, Bryan. Someone's got to see the Batman trailer." And I was just sitting on I watched the what was before the
CNN Heroes.
Yeah, but what was right before CNN Heroes?
It was Titans. No.
I missed Titans. What was it? Maybe, I don't know. Was it Wonder Woman? I don't know. No, it was like they were talking the Flash or something. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the Flash TV, which I didn't get to take any notes for because I got up and I didn't realize that panel was coming on, and I didn't have any notes for the Flash TV panel because on my schedule it was for next day on the 12th. So yeah, that's what it was.
Gotcha. So I lost connection with my iPad a little bit because I didn't put my iPad on Don't Walk. So I walk over to my iPad and I just unlock it, and then I connect it back to the TV, and I'm sitting there talking to Jen on the couch here, and I look up and I see Matt Reeves on my screen, and this red and black background. And I'm like, what? Huh? Why is Matt Reeves on the TV right now? It's 2 hours early, and I just unmute it, and somehow, some way, I don't know why, but it skipped 2 hours in the future, and I'm watching the Batman reveal before you guys, and you guys are watching Titan stuff, and I recorded it. It's totally legit. And what I think happened was on the DC fandom site, I clicked English, and then because I'm deaf, I hit English with captions, and for some reason it shot me ahead 2 hours than everybody, and it gave me captions with everything, which was freaking awesome because you guys are like, what's going on? Why are you seeing this? We're seeing this, and is there a trailer? Is they going to show a trailer? And my wife's like, you got to record this trailer right now. They're going to show a trailer. You got to post it on Twitter, and I was in shock. I couldn't move. That trailer was awesome. It really hit me by surprise. I didn't think we were going to get something like that. I was a little worried about the bat suit, but that trailer delivered completely. And now I'm going to go cry because it was beautiful.
So, listening to Matt Reeves talk, like, I need to go back to really dissect everything he said. You can tell he's excited. I loved what he was saying about where he was pulling things. You know, there's definitely a feel about like a crime drama. It deals with a very corrupt system. The idea that, you know, Bruce might learn things about just how corruption worked in the city, that maybe his family was part of things, and the idea that it is a detective story, which really, you know, I got thinking about, like, Batman's never really investigated like a murder, like a murder mystery in any film. He's always kind of knew who his opponent was in a way, but this feels very much like a Sherlock Holmes Moriarty type thing. So I don't know if you boys want to pop up the trailer like we did for Justice League and kind of watch and talk.
Well, because I watched the whole thing twice. Here's
right now?
Here's what
I've watched it 6 times.
I watched the trailer a million times, but I watched Matt Reeves talk.
Okay. Awesome.
Twice, and basically what he said, just to dissect it, he said that this is not a Batman origin story.
I love it.
This is Batman in year 2. The Gotham PD show, which will be on HBO, is essentially Batman year 1. Gotham PD is gonna be the corruption of Gotham, the good cops. You know, what are they gonna do about this? And the start of Batman. That's kind of going to be the year 1, but it's going to focus more on the cops and how they're going to deal with a Batman existing. Year 2 is going to focus on Batman's been there a while, but the public still doesn't trust him. They still don't know what really he is. He's gaining some trust with the police and Commissioner Gordon and stuff. But he's mostly just dealt with kind of street crime and stuff. And this is his first detective work. His first really getting into who he's going to be. The Penguin's not the Penguin. He's not a kingpin at this time. He's not a big crime boss. He hates the name Penguin. We don't. Well, you'll see in the trailer. We don't really see him yet. Catwoman's not Catwoman yet. She's just a cat burglar.
I liked how her mask had that almost ears looking thing though.
That was a nice touch. The Riddler as we'll see in this trailer in just a second again. I kind of feel that the Riddler is going to be the main villain, but I kind of feel like they're going to pull a twist on us. I kind of feel like there's going to be some other villain in this. Only because they really revealed a lot of like signs that it's the Riddler, but let's throw the trailer on. Let's do it.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Here we go. All right, we're all at 0. Got the red Warner Brothers logo coming.
Yep.
All right, I'm at 1 second. Ready? And go. First of all, just from this opening shot of like the room and the duct tape guy, I love the art design. I'm already sold. Just from the look of that room, the lighting, the way the city feels, the gothicness.
And this guy's face is completely wrapped in duct tape. Like, is he suffocated by duct tape?
I'm watching this. It looks like as Commissioner Gordon's walking down the hall, maybe Batman's behind him. Just the way the cops are looking. Jeffrey Wright looks great. I like the tease of Batman's boots. Like his costume's very kind of like makeshift. He's working on it, adding to it. And to the Batman, and then he walks over. His costume looks cool. It looks, better in the lighting. I like that they kind of acknowledge the black around his eyes. Like that he actually puts the scene of him like looks like a funeral or something. Yeah. I love because it looks very gothic and almost Batman.
That's Colin Farrell. That was Penguin.
Him fighting
it does not look like him whatsoever. Him fighting the police.
Yes, him fighting Catwoman, like you said about her ski mask.
Yeah. He just whoops this dude's ass.
I love it. It's so brutal, and they all are just watching. And he's like, the voice sounds pretty good. The I Am Vengeance. The car looks good.
Like the images and stuff that we've seen, like it didn't get me excited for the movie, but definitely this does.
Yeah, I mean the trailer looks beautiful. Like, I'm thinking, and this is just me right now, okay? I'm thinking I'm gonna like everything about this movie, but not him as much. Like, his costume looks pretty good. It's not 100%, but it's functional in this world. And it is like his year 2, like, him.
But we don't get to see him really doing anything. Like, he doesn't say anything. He's just Bruce, and he's just looking at stuff.
Right.
We don't get anything from him in this trailer.
And
he's seriously broody, and he's seriously broody, and all we hear him say is "I'm vengeance." That's it. That's the only line he utters the entire trailer.
And you know what? Like, the greatest thing about this trailer is beautifully edited and put together. When you think about that, Matt Reeves only said they've only shot 25% of the film. A fourth of the movie is done, and we get this kind of a trailer. There's scenes where his eyes look white, too. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yes. Two things. So in the opening scene, where they open that card and it says, what does a liar do when he's dead?
He still lies.
Yes, he lies still. Someone solved that riddle earlier. But also, Matt Reeves said that Robert Pattinson had a lot of say in the suit in this movie. Like Pattinson helped design it a little bit to make it more mobile, and he wanted to look like this is something that the Batman built himself for mobility, for tactical purposes. So that's what Matt Reeves is really trying to get across in this, that, that Bruce straight up built this suit himself. And this is probably going to be the most mobile bat suit we've ever seen in terms of mobility and action and all that stuff. And Patton had to say in that, yeah.
It's one.
I would say it's going to be pretty hard to top Richard Citrone's mobility and BDS, though.
My thing is looking at
I agree.
The suit and everything is, it's the way we get the feeling of this is it's a step removed more than what we got with Batman Begins, where he doesn't have Lucius Fox type thing. He's doing it more on his own. So his suit is more pieced together, put together, and it's a work in progress. And I one thing I thought was funny was everybody goes to Bale for advice, and Bale gave Pattinson the same advice he gave Affleck. Make sure you can take a piss when you got that suit on,
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like the way they did the Amazing Spider-Man, where his suit was very homemade in the Amazing Spider-Man, and then in the second Amazing Spider-Man 2 was more refined. This is year 2, and I bet his year 1 suit was a little bit more, not as refined, a little less refined. So he's still.
Yeah, Matt Reeves was talking about how it's this movie's the origin story for the Joker, and or not the Joker, the Riddler. I'm sorry, the Riddler, and the origin story for Catwoman and the Penguin, all of them. And Batman's been doing this for 18 months.
So I like that. I like that we're going to get this movie. I think I'm going to love Wright as Gordon. I think I'm going to love the city, because I've always never really found a Gotham that I liked.
What's interesting is we get this movie after he's been doing this for 18 months. But in Bale's movie, after about 18 months, he was done doing it.
Yep.
Yeah. So James, you're telling me that this picture of this big guy standing in the rain, and then later on in the trailer when Batman's chasing this guy in the car, he has a hook nose.
Yeah, that's Colin Farrell.
Holy crap!
Which is kind of sad, because I love Colin Farrell. I wish he would do. I think he would have been a great John Constantine.
Well, he still could, because you can't tell it's him.
It's true.
He's no Carl Urban.
I mean, but yeah,
wow,
Batman, his suit, everything this Gotham, I think I'm gonna love, because it doesn't feel like it's just some American city they're shooting and calling Gotham. It feels like something gothic.
It really does.
So that pretty much
even more gothic than than we got in either Tim Burton film.
Well, I mean, those films feel great, but especially Returns. I mean, they feel very small. They were all shot on sound stages. They feel very small, very tight, and very empty. So, but all right, fellas. I mean, that's a.
Well, just because we know better now.
We pulled in a lot of information.
At the time.
So, anything else? We want to throw out
one last thing. Just one last thing. I'm very interested in this gang with Joker makeup.
I don't even really think it's Joker makeup. I just feel like they're just wearing makeup. A lot of gangs
No, it's intentional. It's intentional.
But I mean, even then,
it's clown makeup.
It's just white makeup with black. I mean, it's subtle, but I wouldn't subscribe to it being Joker-y makeup.
It didn't strike me as Joker. I mean, the white kind of did automatically. like, oh, white faces, but I just kind of saw it, and then I thought one of the guys, he had like a
It looks more like the Royal
black
Flush
cross
Gang.
in his head or something.
One dude, hold on, I'm backing it up right here. One dude looks like he has a spade on his face or a cross, so it looks like it could be like a Royal Flush Gang or something, or just
Oh yeah, okay.
just a gang, because like we know Gotham's had gangs and criminals with a little bit of taste for the theatric. So, I mean, you're both valid. I mean, there is enough there to be like it's Joker-ish, but I don't.
I just don't want to see Joker in movies for a few more years. I don't.
The next time I want to see Joker in a movie right now is with the Ayer cut.
Really, yeah.
And then after that, like if Reeves really wants to do a trilogy, bring the Joker in your third film. Make that the third film of your trilogy.
Like the epic, the epic reveal of the Joker, and like just this crazy thing where nobody in Gotham is safe. Like,
there you go.
Some kind of wild, hardcore story.
So let's see. This movie comes out in 2021. That means let's say we got 2023 is the second one. 2025 to 2026 will be the third film. Yeah, that would be enough time to give us a new Joker on film. Roughly 6 years, 5 to 6 years from now. I could deal with that. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. Like I said, I'm excited for the expansion of like good villains. I'm excited for the world building, the world of Gotham, like really feeling gothic. And I look forward to more of this film because I like Matt Reeves as a filmmaker, and I'm just glad I'm not getting a Batman origin or like really starting from scratch. I like that he's already kind of doing it, but he's not perfect.
We just watched Batman Blood.
No, we watched the trailer for The Batman.
The Batman.
What do you think?
I think it was really cool. I like when the Batmobile shows up and Batman just hops in it and drives it. And the Batmobile looks like my favorite when he goes.
Yeah? Yeah? What else?
Yeah. I think I would say that's it.
Man, I like when the guy's like, "Who are you?" And he's just like, pff, 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 "I'm vengeance." Yeah?
That was a great fighter. But let's say all the superheroes. But let's say one Batman.
What do you think of the Batman?
Okay.
Does it look good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we didn't see the other Justice League.
Yeah, we did. We just watched the Justice League. But yeah.
So man, the next couple of years, I mean, we got Wonder Woman, we got Zack Snyder's Justice League, we got the Batman, the Suicide Squad, Black Adam, and the Flash. All of those movies coming in just the next few years. And we know Aquaman 2 is on the horizon there too at the end of 2022. Like all of those movies in the next 3 years.
I almost think that DC should do a fandom every year like this. Maybe not as big if they do Comic-Con and stuff, but something like this would be fun every year.
Well, this was fantastic, not having the things that we normally have. So them putting all their eggs in this basket, I mean, it was fantastic just to have it streaming on my phone all day long, no matter what I'm doing. So certain panels I sat and I paid attention to, others I kind of just had going on in the background.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fantastic. It's amazing to be a DC fan at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
screw all the haters. I don't care what anybody says. I love DC.
I mean, I forgot I even liked the Chris Daughtry where he did his Waiting for Superman acoustic song, because the Batman artwork that was behind him when he was playing is stuff he actually drew, Years ago, there was a great episode of Fat Man on Batman that he was on talking about wanting to be an artist and a comic book artist. So that was just kind of neat because he is a genuine comic book lover. And of course, I told Janine, I was like, oh, look at him. He just wants to show off all of his awesome collectibles and stuff in his room as they played their other song.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was really good, too.
So
that is so great. They have the Joker playing card.
But I mean, it was just a fun thing. Like I said, there was some stuff I missed, and a lot of it was just because overwhelming and trying to.
Well, from what I heard, they're gonna have like the Flash and stuff on the 12th again, like the TV show, The Flash and stuff. They're gonna have different things like that.
Yeah, like, you know, the second part's supposed to be more of the TV and comics, which is weird that they, you know, because they
did say that they were going to have a fandom, like a comics fandom announcement. And like the Johns panel was at the end of the day too for 3 Batman or 3 Jokers.
Yeah.
And like there wasn't a big comics announcement, and they ended. They had it set for like 8 hours, so like it could repeat like 3 times in 24 hours.
Yeah.
As opposed to like 12 hours and just repeat it once.
So I like that they split it. Like I'm happy that they split it. And the other thing is, like, I thought we were supposed to get like an announcement of like a surprise DC movie, and we didn't. So I guess that's going to fall on the next one. Because remember that, like, in the original like panels and like rundown was going to be like a mystery.
Yeah, there
DC
was a
movie.
couple. Right. Yeah, there was a couple of mystery panels. One of them was like a mystery comics announcement or something, and the other one was like, yeah, mystery DC movie or something.
And it's weird because they canceled the premiere of Superman Man of Tomorrow, and then it dropped early on iTunes. So, but anyways, there's lots more to cover, to talk about, to discuss. But James, my friend, it has been great. Bryan already had to leave us because he's tired. He's an old man.
Well, he's got to work in the morning.
He does too.
I get to actually sleep in the morning, but
I don't sleep.
I don't suggest you don't get. I don't suggest you get the chance to sleep in the way I have the chance to sleep in.
No. My daughter will be up here in about 7 hours crying for daddy. So it'll be good. But all right, man, you take care.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Look up in the sky.
Look up in the sky.
Look in the sky.